Good morning, students. I think you people are waiting for our internal results. Is it no? I think everything is ready. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Okay. Topic today is granulomatous disease of the nose. Actually, it's a little bit of dry topic, but some almost some 2 to 3 short answers questions you may get in this topic. Okay, those 3 topics I'll tell in detail, and remaining I'll tell briefly. Okay, why it's called granulomatous disease? Because the presence of granuloma, which contains macrophages, epithelial cells, and multinucleated giant cells present, and even vasculitis, which may be primary or secondary, and majority of these conditions have systemic manifestations. Because of all these conditions, we'll call these conditions as granulomatous diseases. Okay. Coming to the classification, either bacterial, fungal, and unspecified causes. Coming to bacterial, rhinoscleroma, syphilis, tuberculosis, lupus, and leprosy. For ENT, so rhinoscleroma is important short answer question for you. Okay, and even rhinosporidia is also very important. A short answer question. Coming to the vaginous granulomatosis, this midline granulomas. These are non-healing midline granulomas is very important short answer these two. Okay. Coming to the rhinoscleroma. Okay, it's a chronic granulomatous disease. It's caused by gram-negative bacillus, that is Klebsiella rhinoscleromatis, or fish bacillus, or fish bacillus. Why it's called fish bacillus? It's discovered by Von Frisch. This is called fish bacillus, and it's seen more often in North Indian conditions. Okay, countries. The pathological conditions is here. The disease starts in the nose and extends to the pharynx and tracheobronchial tree. Okay. What are the clinical features here? This has 3 stages. Very important. They may ask you in viva also: atrophic stage, granulomatous stage, and cicatrization stage. Atrophic stage characterized by foul-smelling, purulent nasal discharge and crusting of the nose. Okay. Granulomatous diseases stage, there is a granulomatous nodules form in the nasal mucosa, and there will be infiltration into the lower part of the nose and even upper lip, giving the woody feel. Okay, woody feel. That's why it's called tapir nose. I'll show you in the next slide. And what's the next stage? Cicatrization stage. The stenosis of the nares, distortion of the upper lip, adhesions in the nose and pharynx. Again, telling a atrophic stage, a granulomatous stage, and cicatrization stage. Okay, how do you diagnose it? By biopsy. It's infiltration of submucosa with plasma cells, lymphocytes, eosinophils, and 2 important cells. Those are called nucleus cells and vessel bodies. I'm asking viva, what are nucleus cells? What are vessel bodies? Okay, nucleus cells are the foam cells with a central nucleus and vacuolated cytoplasm containing causative bacilli. That's the fish bacilli. Okay. What are the vessel bodies? Vessel bodies are modified plasma cells actually. The homophilic, eosinophilic inclusion bodies found in the plasma cells. Eosinophilic inclusion bodies. These are because of immunoglobulins. Okay. The causative organisms can be cultured from the biopsy material. The diagram showing nucleus cells. Okay, nucleus cells contain central nucleus and vacuolated cytoplasm contain the bacilli. Okay, Russell bodies contains eccentric nucleus. Okay, this is the difference between nucleus and Russell bodies. The modified plasma cells. What is the treatment? Treatment for the rhinoscleroma. Mainly medical treatment. There is streptomycin per day and tetracycline 2 grams per day for 4 to 6 weeks, and they repeat if necessary after 1 month. Okay, surgically to establish the airway and correct the nasal deformity. Show the diagrams here now. So the woody feel. I told you no. Granulometer stage there will be woody feel. Just a tapir nose. These are all Viva questions. What is tapir nose? Then you have 2 marks question also. They may ask what is tapir nose. Okay. You have to write about rhinoscleroma. What is Gothic sign? These all are even entrance exam questions also. Gothic sign seen in. Because of fibrosis and soft palate is pulled up and resembles the top of the church like this. Okay. So Gothic sign. And even V-shaped palatal sign seen in X-ray. Gothic sign, V-shaped palatal sign, and other name of this nose is called Hebra nose. Hebra nose. Because rhinoscleroma name is coined by Von Hebra. Hebra nose, tapir nose, and these signs, Gothic sign and palatal sign, if you remember. Okay. It's important for 4 marks question. You have to write all these things. Okay. The picture showing nodular lesion involving the vestibule and extending to the external nose and adjacent upper lip. It's called Hebra nose. Okay. You can see the picture. See the Hebra nose. Okay. Coming to the syphilis. I think you read this syphilis and all in your microbiology. Okay. Just briefly, I'll tell the types of acquired and congenital. Acquired is a primary, secondary, and tertiary. Okay, is manifested as primary chancre of the vestibule of the nose. Secondary, simple rhinitis with crusting and fissuring in the nasal vestibule. Okay, and mucus patches is important. Mucus patches in the pharynx, fever, skin rash, and generalized lymphadenitis. In tertiary, there is a gummas involvement. Okay, there should commonly involve gumma nasal septum, offensive nasal discharge with crush and saddle nose deformity. Congenital is snuffles in the early form, that is in the first 3 months of life, manifested snuffles, whistling, and excoriation of the nasal vestibule and upper lip. Later form manifests around puberty and gummatous lesions. Okay, destroy the nasal structures. Other stigma syphilis are present. The diagnosis by serological test, VDRL test. Okay, biopsy of the tissue with special site to demonstrate Treponema pallidum bacilli. Okay. Treatment by penicillins. Benzathine penicillin, 2.4 million units IM every week for 3 weeks. Nasal test removed by irrigation with alkaline solution. Removal of bony and cartilaginous sequestra. Okay. So, that are the complications here. Vestibular stenosis, saddle nose deformity, atropic rhinitis. I'll tell you about atropic rhinitis in the next class. Okay. Perforation of the nasal septum. This is a tabular form. If we write in tabular form, we get good marks. Okay. Syphilis acquired the primary, I told already chancre, and secondary more important. Which stage is more infectious? Secondary stage is a more infectious stage. Okay, certain bony nasal septum. Tertiary is gummatous lesions, starting of the nose and septum, and congenitally early and late conditions. Early is within 3rd week to 3rd month. Presentation is simple, snuffles, catarrh, and late onset of puberty. Granulomatous of the nose and saddle nose deformity. Okay. Coming to the tuberculosis also, I'll just briefly. Is a main tuberculosis of the nose, mainly because secondary to pulmonary TB. Okay. Sites most commonly involved anterior part of the nasal septum and anterior end of the inferior turbinate. Nodular infiltration is followed by ulceration and perforation at the cartilaginous part of the septum. I'll tell about this one. Is important. Entrance bit is there. Okay. Diagnosis, biopsy, and special staining section for AFD as first bacillus, culture of the organism, and animal inoculation. Okay. Treatment, anti-tubercular drugs. What are the anti-tubercular drugs? You know, anybody? Anti-tubercular drugs. Name, good. Isoniazid. Rifampicin, good. Rifampicin, good. Okay. Rifampicin, isoniazid. Pyrazinamide, good. Pyrazinamide, still more. Ethambutol, very good. One more left. Isoniazid, streptomycin, good. Okay. Rifampicin, isoniazid, streptomycin, pyrazinamide, and ethambutol, good. I think you know all the doses and all. Okay. What is the complications of ethambutol and all? Anybody? Good. Optic neuritis, optic neuritis. Good. Streptomycin is the ototoxicity. Okay. Good. That's why I'm just telling briefly. Some are much important in the nose. This one. What is lupus vulgaris? Lupus has a low-grade tuberculosis infection affecting the nasal vestibule, skin of face and nose. Okay. Skin lesions are brown gelatinous nodules called apple jelly nodules. The entrance exam, question for you. Apple jelly nodules are seen in. Okay. They may ask you tuberculosis, not tuberculosis, syphilis, leprosy. That one may ask. It's a lupus. Okay. Lupus vulgaris. That will apple jelly nodules. Okay. Chronic vestibulitis and perforation of the cartilaginous part of the septum. Okay. See, all these things will be affect only cartilaginous part of the septum. Okay. Either microbacterial tuberculosis, leprosy, and even microbacterial tuberculosis, and even lupus, everything will affect only cartilaginous part. Only syphilis affects the bony part of the septum. Remember that. Okay. That's also entrance bit for you. Syphilis affects the bony part of the nasal septum. Remaining things like tuberculosis, leprosy, and lupus affect the causes the perforation of the cartilaginous part of the septum. Okay. They may ask some midline granulomas. They form complete septal perforation, either both bony and cartilaginous part. Midline granulomas. They're only bony part of the perforation means that is a syphilis. Okay. Diagnosis biopsy of the lesion, treatment again, anti-tubercular drugs. Here the important apple jelly nodules. Coming to the leprosy. This is briefly caused by Mycobacterium leprae. The nose involved is a part of the systemic disease, more often in the lepromatous. Lepromatous are most affected stage here. Okay. The clinical features: excessive nasal discharge, swollen nasal mucosa, crusting and bleeding, and septal perforation. Okay. That's cartilaginous. Diagnosis: scraping of the nasal mucosa and biopsy. Leprous cells are present here. Treatment: Dapsone, rifampicin, isoniazid, and even reconstructive procedures should be done. Okay. But anybody what's the classification of leprosy? Classification of the leprosy. Acibacillary, lepromatous, good. Deadly jumping, good. Multibacillary. Lepromatous, borderline lepromatous, pure borderline tuberculoid, and tuberculoid. Okay. Good. Pure neural type. Okay. The reasons. Borderline tuberculoid, good. Tuberculoid leprosy, good. Here the classic triad of saddle nose, septal perforation, that is the cartilaginous part, and atrophic rhinitis. This is a classic triad present in leprosy. Okay, saddle nose, septal perforation, and atrophic rhinitis. Mostly anterior end of the turbinate is involved first, and most common site to be involved. One more important short answer question, that is rhinosporidosis. Okay, a fungal granuloma caused by Rhinosporidium seabury. Question. It was previously considered as a fungus, but it's now taken as an aquatic protestant protozoa. It's a protozoa now. It belongs to the class Mesomystozoa and is unicellular. Surface along the coastal areas of tropical countries like India and Sri Lanka. In India, mostly in southern states like Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, it's more common. Okay, it's acquired through the contact with contaminated water. Okay, because the disease present both in the cows, buffaloes, like set of animals. If we share the same contaminated pond for bathing, may affect this rhinosporidosis because the spores enter the breech nasal mucosa. Okay, and completes their life cycle. Because male disease mostly affects the nose and nasopharynx. Okay, the vascular polypoid mass are formed in the nose. Sporangia and the chitinous cysts containing spores scattered in the mass. Okay, I show you the diagram. See the life cycle. The trophocyte stage, endospores becomes trophocyte stage, becomes into intermediate sporangia, goes to sporangia, and there will be a rupture of sporangia and release of endospores. Okay, the endospores again starts trophocyte stage. Okay, the trophocyte has this trophocyte has chitinous wall and clear cytoplasm like vesicular nucleus with nucleolus. But this sporangium has two layers. Okay, one is chitinous layer and the cellulose layer. Okay? That's the difference between the spores and trophocyte and sporangium. It has bilayered chitinous layer. Chitinous layer is very important. Okay, chitinous layer and cellulose layer. This starting stage is trophocyte stage, and develops into sporangium. Once it matures, it liberates the endospores. The endospores again start the trophocyte stage. Okay. So you can see the picture. Polypoidalma protruding to the nerves. See the picture. If you see closely, you can see white spots. They are called sporangia. Okay. By seeing directly only, you can come into the diagnosis. Any bleeding history and this microsporangia. Okay. See here, and even in the throat oral cavity. You can see the nose and in the oropharynx. It's an endoscopic picture showing the rhinosporidosis mass. Okay, diagnostic nasal endoscopy. The symptoms: blood in the nasal discharge, nasal stuffiness, and frank epistaxis. The signs: pink to purple polypoidal mass attached to the nasal septum or lateral wall, or may track backwards. Bleeds on touch and studded with, I told you, white dots called sporangia. Diagnosis by excision biopsy. Shows severe sporangia filled with spores. But the treatment is functional endoscopic sinus surgery by using the scope. If it is there in the lateral wall of the nose, by using the endoscope by the 0 degree, to remove the, you have to completely excise the mass. And what we are supposed to do later, the Eigerme knife and cauterization of base. Base cauterization is very important. Okay. Otherwise, there's a higher chance of recurrence. Okay. Even after there is also the chance of recurrence. Why? Even if you remove this completely visual, complete removal, there is submucosal plane also. There may be a chance of recurrence submucosally. Okay. And even Dapsone also nowadays we are trying Dapsone. Okay, Dapsone for 1 year. The aspergillosis, the fungal the causative Aspergillus niger, the Aspergillus fumigatus, or Aspergillus flavus. What are the predisposing factors? Immunosuppression, right? Post chemotherapy, okay, any diabetic, these immunosuppressive patients more common. Okay, the clinical features here: black or grayish membrane in nasal mucosa, fungus ball in the maxillary sinus on exploration. Okay, you can see the fungal ball. Okay, I showed this picture in the last class. Right? Diagnosed by special stains to demonstrate the fungus. But the treatment here: surgical debridement of the involved tissue, antifungal drugs like amphotericin B. Okay, mainly surgical treatment is must, followed by these antifungal drugs. Without doing surgery, even if you use the antifungal drugs also, there's no use. Mucormycosis is very dangerous fungus disease. Okay, predisposing to uncontrolled diabetes and immunosuppression. That shows rapid destruction of the involved structures due to affinity to the fungus to the arteries, causing endothelial damage and thrombosis. Very important. Okay, shows rapid destruction of the involved structure. Unlike aspergillosis, it's a very rapid and destructive condition. Cause involved structure due to affinity fungus to the arteries, invade arteries, causing endothelial damage and thrombosis. You can see the black crusting. After that, do the surgical debridement. Okay, and after that, do reconstruction. Okay. What are the clinical features here? The black necrotic mass filling the nasal cavity, eroding the septum and hot palate also. Diagnosis by demonstrating fungus using special stains. Treatment the same, amphotericin B, surgical debridement of the affected tissue, controlling of the predisposing causes. Coming to the last one, is a Wegener's granulomatosis. Very important. The masculine short answer question is also Wegener's granulomatosis, and even this may be useful in your second final MBBS. In Wegener's granulomatosis, they may ask. There also may get questions. Find here. Okay. Skeletal muscle disorders. Okay. Wegener's granulomatosis. Etiology: systemic disorder of unknown etiology. It's involving the upper and lower respiratory tracts, kidney, and skin. Remember, it's very important. Upper and lower respiratory tracts, kidneys, and skin. Means lungs, kidneys, skin, and even the upper respiratory tract. Okay. What are the clinical features here? Clear or blood-stained nasal discharge, crusting, granulations, septal perforations. I told you no. Here the septal perforation is complete. Both cartilaginous and bony part involved here. General symptoms like migratory arthralgias, fatigue, and anemia present. Okay, I told you involvement of lung causes cough and hemoptysis. If you see the X-ray, there is singular multiple cavity lesions present. See the destruction of the orbit. See the destruction of the orbit and nose. Okay. The involvement of kidney on a urine examination shows red cells and cash and albumin, and there will be elevated serum alkaline, and renal failure is the main cause of death. Okay. Diagnosis by the biopsy from the nose, necrosis and ulceration of the mucosa, epithelioid granuloma, necrotizing vasculitis, and ESR also rising. These are the diagnostic factors. What is the treatment? Here, in Wegener's granulomatous, main treatment is by systemic steroids and cytotoxic drugs. Okay, like cyclophosphamide and azathioprine. Okay, azathioprine and cyclophosphamide. Okay, systemic steroids and cytotoxic drugs is the main, not radiotherapy. Okay, this is also very important. The last class, non-healing midline granuloma. A lot of other names also there. Any name, with any name they may ask question. What is Stewart's granuloma? What is T-cell lymphoma? What is lethal granuloma? What is polymorphic reticulocytosis? All the names are same. Non-healing midline granuloma. Okay. So slowly destructiveness of nose and midfacial region, starting on one side of the nose, involving the upper lip, oral cavity, maxilla, and even orbit also. Okay. Histologically pleomorphic lymphoid tissue with angiocentric and angio-invasive features present. Okay. Biopsies will show mixed population of cells having mature lymphocytes, plasma cells, large lymphoreticular cells, resembling lymphoma. Okay. The treatment here is radiotherapy. Treatment here is radiotherapy. Main treatment radiotherapy. If there is disseminated disease requires, there is chance of chemotherapy. Okay. What is the difference between these two? If you observe these two granulomas, anybody? Weakness granulomas can T-cell lymphoma any difference? Vasculitis is absent in. Vasculitis is absent in. T-cell lymphoma, good. And it's not involving any systemic organs. This one is not involving any systemic structures. Okay. It's not involving. Very good. Okay. T-cell. Both answers are correct. T-cell lymphoma doesn't cause any systemic involvement. Okay. And even any vasculitis also doesn't cause any vasculitis. And treatment wise, different. I told you all difference. I told you already. Weakness mainly steroids followed by chemotherapy. Okay. In T-cell lymphoma, main treatment is radiotherapy. Okay. Main treatment is radiotherapy. Any other difference? Any other difference? Even I want to ask one question. What is C-ANCA and what is P-AMCA? What is AMCA? AMCA, ANCA. Which antibodies? AMCA. Anybody? You'll read in final MBBS anyway. Terminal disorders. Good. Anti-nuclear, neutrophilic actually. Good. Somebody wrote anti-neutrophilic cytoplasmic antibodies. ANCA, AMCA, ANCA. Okay. Good. Anti-neutrophilic cytoplasmic antibodies. Okay. Those are C-AMCA, C-ANCA, present in Wegener's granulomatosis. Okay. Cytoplasmic antigen. Cytoplasmic antigen and these antibodies ANCA present in Wegener's granulomatosis. Those type of antibodies not present in T-cell lymphoma. Okay, C-ANCA present in Wegener's granulomatosis. One more called P-ANCA. Perinuclear antigens. P means perinuclear, C means cytoplasmic. Anybody P-ANCA antibodies present in? What is PAN? PAN, PAN. Adult skeletal muscle disorders. Polyarthritis nodosa, good. In polyarthritis nodosa, there is a P and the antibodies present. Good. Okay. This is a very important short answer. They may ask, I told you no, midline granulomas. Okay. I think almost over there. Last one is sarcoidosis, not much important. It's a granulomatous disease, the absence of cacheation, systemic disorder, the clinical features, nasal obstruction, nasal pain, epistaxis, submucosal nodules in the nasal septum, and inferior turbinate. It's diagnosed by biopsy of the lesions. Okay. Treatment mainly steroids. Okay, used locally for nasal symptom. Okay, that's for today. I told you, no, these three are very important. Rhinosporidosis, rhinoscleroma, then this granulomas. Mainly, T-cell lymphoma is more important than Wegener's granulomatosis. Okay, all granulomas are the two are important. You have to write the difference also to get good marks. And regarding the internal exam, I think most of you wrote well. Marks are with me right now, but I will send by tomorrow. Okay. Any doubts? Last time it was late because of those 6 students got late. Otherwise, I would have given by this time results. Okay. So first internal, second internal, not mostly 100% it will be like university exam. Okay. Essay, one essay, 5 shorts and 5 very shorts. Okay. I think come on September. Most probably it will be in October. Will be October or mid October, and syllabus would be covered up to September. First, that's what first internal marks somebody asking now. I am giving by tomorrow. Okay, and also it's offline, not online exam next time. Okay, and those 6 students are not up to the mark. They have to read. 1 or 2 are okay, 1 or 2 are good, but some 2 to 3 members are not up to the mark. I'll give you the marks tomorrow. And any doubts regarding today's topic? Anything? Is it we are going very fast? I think almost 70% of the syllabus already covered for you. Online only. Did you get your community medicine marks? Okay. wrote like complete university pattern, no? Okay, it will take time then. Third MBBS part one, compared to the community medicine and ophthalmology, ENT is little bit easy. Okay, but of late they are giving very tough questions, unlike before. Okay, what books you are preparing? Hajarika, okay. Hajarika, the MCQs, okay. Good. First theory part and for question wise you have to see, okay. MCQs you have to do, that's okay, but main concentrate on questions, how to get good marks. Okay, you have to search some. Everybody is preparing only Hazarika or any other book? Only Hazarika, everybody. No other book. Who is 108? She's there. Meena. Or Meena. Okay. You got very good marks. We'll see. Only in MCQs or even in theory also you'll get good marks. Okay. The highest marks. Okay. Anything? Any doubts regarding okay, then okay, I'll complete for tomorrow today. Okay. హలో అయిపోయింది సార్ అయిపోయింది స్టాప్ షేర్ నొక్కిసాను సార్ సరేండి ఎలా ఉంది మీకు ఓకే 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 ఫోన్ సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఎలా స్టార్ట్ చేసినది బాగా ఉందండి ఓకే ఫోన్ సార్ అదే అదే నేను కాల్ చేస్తాను ఓకే ఓకే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఓకే నో ప్రాబ్లం సార్ యా 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 ఓకే సార్ ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ కుమార్ అయిపోయింది స్టాప్ షేరింగ్ చేశాను ఏది ఎండనా